because this is going to be a long drive, and I do have plans here in a few hours, so I do have to get this kind of knocked out of the way. I did want to do a stream today. I don't know if I'll have any time to do one later. Or rather, I'll just be too tired, I guess, to do one later. Man, this is a lot of security here. Must be at like the ports or something. Jeez, that didn't feel good on my steering wheel, I'm not gonna lie. That one speed bump kind of felt a little wonky. I'm just gonna go through this one. We're not on the road. There's nobody else over here. It's the middle of the night. It's 2 in the morning. Little bump. Feel like an EMT saying that. It's a lot of their favorite lines. Little bump. We only drop people on Tuesdays, you know. Alright. We're gonna pull on out and get on the road here. So hopefully my stream is doing a little bit better with my lag. This is a really interesting like entrance and exit here. Right lane ends, so let's get over. If anybody has any recommendations for computers? Hey Vans, how are you? For like computer brands, I'm looking for a pre-built. Do I guess I stay in this lane? Yeah, I don't know. I do get in this one. Okay. Any recommendations for pre-built? Let me know, because that's what I'm looking to get, and I would like a significant upgrade. So. Currently have an iBuyPower, which has treated me very well. I was very skeptical when I bought it, but it has honestly been great, and I have not maintained it. I have not replaced the thermal paste. I have not. It probably hasn't been dusted in a solid almost 2 years, year and a half, something like that. Which is not healthy. That I can only imagine what it's like since I have not replaced the thermal paste in the last almost 6 years, going on 6 years, 5.5 years right now. It's probably absolutely fried in there, but hasn't given me anything too crazy. I can't upgrade to Windows 11 because my specs are outdated, so that's why I'm looking for like a major upgrade here. I'm definitely behind the ball game on my computer. I don't like, my mirrors don't look so good right now. They are not great. I know I can adjust them. Yeah, they look terrible. I can't even. Can't even see out. Doing pretty good. How are you doing, Vans? Yeah, I'm not like a big computer person. I used to be back when I first got my computer. Like, I liked to learn about that type of stuff. And like I familiarized myself with a lot of it, and then I kind of stopped paying attention, and now I forgot everything. And luckily, I have a lot of friends that know a lot about it, so they help me out. But if anybody has any extreme recommendations, I am all ears. I think I have to get back over. I don't pay attention enough. I am going to try and get this job done kind of quick. It's a long one, 1,800 miles. Yesterday we did one that was, I think, like 1,300. It took me about 2 hours. So this one probably going to be kind of lengthy. So I'm going to try to get it done quick. So we might get some speeding tickets. Only because I have some things I got to do here in a few hours. But I really wanted to get on here and do a stream and play for a little while. I'll probably stream again tomorrow. I don't know if we'll do this or something else. I've been enjoying this. So. What are you gonna get for dinner? I don't know what I'm gonna eat for dinner tonight. I don't know if I'm gonna eat anything, actually. Big kilometer guy, you don't like miles? Looks like we gotta go up north here shortly. So. Alright, Mans, I appreciate you stopping by. You enjoy your dinner. Have a good night. Man, I wish the speed limit was a little bit quicker when I came to... He said miles make no sense. See, to me it's the opposite. Kilometers don't make any sense, but it's just, I guess, how the environment we grew up in, right? I don't disagree, you know. I mean, the rest of the world doesn't use the systems that the USA uses, but, you know, yeah, I don't really know why they went a different route, but they did, and I understand it. I think most people here understand it, so ain't no reason to change it now. But I wish the speed limit was quicker, though, in California. Because 55 is going to get me some speeding tickets for sure. If I'm correct, once we get into Nevada, it should open up a little bit. I should have gotten the other lane. Ooh, I still could. I might as well, right? Not supposed to cross over the solid line, but we're not following the traffic laws today, alright? I don't care. I'm not. I'm gonna try to stay relatively within the parameters, but I'm gonna be speeding. I'm gonna be a little bit aggressive with my maneuvers, but I'm not gonna be like completely unrealistic here. What's this? Day and Ross? I don't know what that is. I feel like I'm about to run into him. I have no idea what that company is or what they do, so I'm doing about 20 over. That's not healthy, but You gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. I do have to stop and get gas already. Pretty soon here, so I only have 69 gallons left, which is a beautiful number, but I am cooking with peanut oil. I'm allergic to peanuts, actually, but it's weird because I've had peanut oil with no reaction, and I've accidentally had peanut butter several times and almost died, but I've had peanut oil and have had no reaction to it, so I'm not sure what. I don't know if it's because it gets cooked or what the deal is, but I pray that I never have a reaction to that, because I tell you right now, having them reactions is not fun. It is very painful. Worst pain I've ever felt in my life. On Christmas, it wasn't last year, it would have been the year before. Me and my girlfriend bought my mom sponge candy. For anybody that doesn't know what sponge candy is, I encourage you to look it up and try some. It's a Western New York thing. It's like this sugary cookie-ish, but it's like soft. Not like completely soft, but it's not super crunchy on the inside. Then it's covered in chocolate. And they're like these little blocks. They're very good. But I had no idea that they made peanut butter sponge candy. My girlfriend had no idea. My mom had no idea. Nobody that I talked to had any idea that they even made that. So we went to our local, like candy shop here in my county, and we bought my mom some sponge candy. We didn't see the dime size. I mean, it was smaller than a dime. The sticker on it that said peanut butter. Like I said, we had no idea that they made that. So we bought it. My mom got it on Christmas, and she tried a piece. And she opened the bag, and she offered me a piece, and I took one, and she took one. And I bit into it. And she starts eating it, and she's like, "Oh my God, spit that out." And I'm like, "It's too late. I already swallowed it." And let's just say it was not fun after that. I got up, rinsed my mouth out with toothpaste and water for a few minutes. I could feel my throat starting to close up. We stuck an EpiPen in my leg. The chest pain started. Worst pain I think I might have ever felt. That's top 2. Top 3, top 2 for sure that I've experienced. And I've experienced some pain. Had to call the ambulance. They took me to the hospital in the ambulance on Christmas, and thankfully I'm okay. But it was not a fun Christmas. I thank all the responders who came. EMTs did a great job. I don't really like getting like IVs put in, but I didn't even feel it. They did a great job while driving, putting that thing on. But I'd have to say that's top 3 pain I've ever felt. The other 2 were when I fractured my ankle playing football, and I'd say top 4. Fractured my ankle playing football. I had my appendix removed when I was younger. The stomach pain from that was insane. But and I don't remember it as much, obviously, because I was in like 2nd grade when that happened. So that was it was 14 years ago now. But last October, so about a year and a half ago, almost, I had to get my gallbladder removed, and the pain that I was feeling during that was also insane. Terrible. Would never wish anything like that upon anybody. But I think I just woke up that day and I wasn't feeling good. I was in the bathroom throwing up, and I called my mom. I still lived at home at the time, and I was like, where are you? And she was like 30 minutes away. I was like, you gotta get home now. Like, I was sitting in the bathroom rocking back and forth. My head hurt, my stomach hurt. I couldn't stop throwing up. And it took forever for them to get home, which I'm not upset about, 30-minute drive. And she was watching her grandkids, my nephews and nieces, while my sister was in the store, so it took a little bit, but it's crazy because I went to the emergency room and they sent me home. I went to the hospital, to the emergency room. They like barely ran any tests and they sent me home. They said I had a virus. And I knew I didn't have a virus, dude. I knew it was something bigger. So later that night, it kept getting worse and worse. So I went to a different emergency room in a different county, and I'm very thankful that I did. They took great care of me. That emergency room's always way better there. I usually tend to go there instead. Especially after I actually ended up working as a security officer and the one that sent me home, and I definitely don't want to go back there now after seeing some of the stuff that I saw there. I just don't think it's a very sanitary place. But man, can this guy get over? But I went to the other emergency room and they immediately, took me in the back. Didn't even make me wait. Took me right in the back. Started running tests, did a bedside ultrasound, did I think a CAT scan, and they're like, yeah, like you got gallstones. They put in a request to get me sent out to the bigger hospital in my area. Drove out there, had to wait in this, it was actually really weird. I never realized, like, it was so overcrowded in that hospital. The waiting room was packed. There was like no seats open. Keep in mind, this is at like 2 in the morning and there's no seats open. I got a seat and then they moved us into this tent. It was a tent that was outside. And it was freezing out at this point. There was a little bit of snow on the ground. If I remember correctly. Or it was just super cold. It was like the end of October. And super cold. Put us in this tent that was like outside, big tent. There was like these little rooms that were like very small. With only 2 chairs in them. Sat out there all night. They moved me to a bed upstairs. And I had to wait like a day or 2 to have surgery and get them removed. And then after that, the nurses that took care of me were phenomenal. They did absolutely wonderful. I wish I remembered their names so I could, write a great review saying how good they were. But strong hospital, man, in Rochester. They are phenomenal. And about a year and a half later, knock on wood, but I feel a lot better. That is for sure. Alright, I really don't know. I mean, I'm all over the road and I apologize. I was texting. I really need gas. Really hoping, damn it, that I have this delivery done here. It's gonna be tough. what I was gonna say. Next, like, hour. I'm just gonna have to whip it, and I apologize for the unrealism, but gotta do what you gotta do sometimes, you know? Or we could just pull over and finish this stream another time. Maybe we will do that, but, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I wish I could just drive through like that. By the way, that car looks beautiful. 67,000 pounds of goodness. Of ammonia. And tractor and trailer. I'm fixing to run out of gas here shortly, though. Which isn't good. And there's really new gas for a while. And it's kind of far off the road. Well, we'll stop here, I guess. We're going to have to go off the road at the next exit anyways, so might as well get her done, right? Before we run out of it. I mean, we started with 69 gallons and we're down to 28, so I just over a few hundred miles into my trip. So go ahead and get in the left lane here. Oh, and look at that, we can go down the road this way actually and hop back on. So perfect. That actually helps us out a little bit. Looks like we gotta make a left up here. And I'll be at the gas station shortly. Police. It's a nice looking car. Kingston, is that where we're at? Looks like Kingman. That must be Kingman PD. We are a little bit out of our lane, but that's alright. Seems like it's gonna be a theme today. Kinda was yesterday too. Oh, this isn't good. I'm definitely scraping it. One of the cool things about my computer, I always wondered if anybody else's computer does this. When I open American Truck Simulator, my computer, the LEDs turn white. If I get a ticket, they flash red and blue. And when I'm filling up, once I hit this full, it turns green. Which I always thought was very cool. We're gonna just back up. I think that's our best option in this scenario here. Alright, we'll whip it a little bit here. Try to get around the gas tanks. There we go. Oh, we do have to go this way. I just messed up again. Don't mind me. I'm totally qualified for this job. Cutting it close. We're good though. Almost hit the Woody car. Yeah. Asian fast food, is that what that just said? I don't think I've ever heard of such a thing. Must be a California or Nevada thing. Got a bakery, Patriots Barbershop. Man, hit the brakes. Oh my goodness. So one thing I will say, like I said, I use the Logitech. Oh, I did not see those guys. We're just going to squeeze in. It's all good. It's not all good because this guy's turning. Oh, we really messed up here. Alright. Alright. This is a wonky episode. I use the Logitech G29. I really like it. I like it, like it's not bad quality. For the prices, you can't complain. Functions very well. The only thing that's weird The gas pedal's fine, the clutch is fine, but the brake pedal is just weird. The way that it operates. It's kind of harder to press down. And I don't know. The other weird thing about the pedals is they don't really go down all the way. I gotta cut this guy off. I can't really see out of my mirrors. They don't really go down all the way. Like, again, here we go with TikTok trying to ban my stream because it thinks that I'm a pre-recorded video, but they don't go down all the way. Now, you can remove this piece. You have to take, like, the whole entire pedals apart to remove it, and they will go down more and it'll feel better, but I don't want to do it because I'm just lazy and I'll probably break something. But I've seen people do that before, but I just don't want to do it. So Wickenburg. We are cooking. Absolutely cooking. You ever seen a semi just absolutely cooking, dude? I mean, dude. There's been a few times I've seen these guys hauling, man, hauling like insane speeds. Like, I actually was kind of in disbelief some of the times. Another thing, dude. I love seeing, like, just cops on the thruway, man. They sneak up on you and they just right past you. A few weeks ago, I was going out for a job interview. I live in the middle of nowhere, but just taking the thruway out to me, it's a huge city, but just taking the thruway out there. I was going a little bit quick, and probably doing like 15, 20 over, allegedly. And all of a sudden, dude, this New York state trooper, goes flying past me. No lights or nothing. It was very rainy out too. But dude, he went absolutely ripping past me and cutting it up in all the traffic, and I don't know where he was going. He was probably going nowhere, but I mean, I don't care. I like seeing those guys out and about. I mean, I did a ride along with the sheriff's office out in that county that I was driving through, and they do go on the thruway here and there, but it's so weird. Like, you go from county to county, and law enforcement is so different on how they do things. Some of them follow traffic laws to a T. Other ones don't really enforce traffic laws that often, unless it's like a vehicle registration or insurance issue, or something like that. Suspended license or something that pops up on your plate. They don't really enforce speeding stuff unless it's crazy fast, and they speed a lot too. Or like I said, you have those places that follow traffic laws pretty much to a T and will pull you over for not going very fast. I know there's a few towns, they don't really do it anymore, but back when I was growing up, they would pull you over for doing like a few miles over the speed limit. It's like, it could just be an accident. That could be maybe your speedometer's off by a few miles an hour, but you were getting tickets. So luckily they don't really do that anymore, but I don't know. Probably gonna jinx myself, but I'm a little bit surprised we haven't got one yet. That's a long trailer. I don't know why growing up I also liked semi-trucks, and I always liked these style trailers, like the one we're hauling, the one we just passed, the tanker style, where it's hauling like gasoline or something. I just thought they looked so cool. Something about them, wet my whistle. But I also just like regular looking trailers. We are doing 13 over the speed limit. I have no idea what state we're in. I haven't been paying attention at all. I still have 1350 miles left in this trip. So we're about 500 miles down. And that took us 30 minutes to get there. So that's not very timely. Granted, we had to stop for gas. It took us a while to get out of the gas state or the starting point area. But that shouldn't. It didn't take up like an extreme amount of time or nothing. So it'd probably be close pushing 2 hours before we get this delivery done. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish it, unfortunately, all in one stream here. We'll try to get as much of it done as we can. And then, yeah, once we, in about, I don't know, like 20, 25 minutes, I'll probably end up wrapping this one up and finishing it off tomorrow. Or maybe I'll finish it off later tonight if I'm not tired, but I'm already getting tired. My sleep schedule has been so insane lately. And now I just found out that now that I fixed it, in like 2 weeks I'm going to be doing overnights, so I'm going to go right back to a crazy sleep schedule. Which I don't mind overnights. I think it'll be a great place for me to learn. The field that I'm going into as a dispatcher, public safety dispatcher. It'll be better to learn on an overnight shift. You get less calls probably, but the stuff that you get's kind of gonna be crazy. I'm very excited to go into this field though. It's something I've always wanted to do coming out of high school. Ever since I was 2, I wanted to be a firefighter or a police officer. So I got a little bit older, realized I liked law enforcement a little bit more than firefighting. Nothing wrong with firefighting. I volunteer. Been doing it for 5 years. And, you know, it's fun, but I just don't want to do that every day. I really like the law enforcement aspect of things. Especially road patrol. I did corrections for about a year. Which was an alright field. It's tough work. It's long hours. I do miss my my coworkers there, but it's good money. But I don't want to do that for the next 25 years. Coming out of high school, I knew I kind of want to be a 911 dispatcher. I just got the opportunity for corrections first. So now, at 20 years old, I am going into dispatching, and I am excited. I think that's a field that I'll probably stick with for at least a few years before I transfer to being a road patrol officer. I'm very thankful that the company I got hired with, department I got hired with, is willing to give me a shot. So I was a little bit scared that they weren't going to take me, but I didn't take too much of a pay decrease. My pay goes up quite a bit each year. They have great benefits. They have a great public safety department, so I'm excited. Excited to get into that field. I was thinking about joining their public safety department as a peace officer, but at that point I'd rather just be doing road patrol as an actual police officer. But I think I'm really gonna like the dispatching job. I feel like I have a great skill set for it, and I think I'm just gonna excel in this field. I haven't really been able to find anything that's been my groove. I didn't mind doing security. Like I said, I enjoyed corrections. Why is this guy breaking? I liked working in corrections. It wasn't bad. But it's just, those weren't jobs I wanted to do for the next 25 years. 30 years. You know. We are definitely holding up traffic a little bit here, but it's okay. I really can't see out of this mirror over here, but I'll worry about adjusting that next stream. I mean, it's just gonna change until we buy our own truck anyway, so it is what it is. New Mexico. You know, I've never traveled out this way. I've been to most of the East Coast. I've been through, I think, Vermont, New Hampshire, Rhode Island. I live in New York, Pennsylvania, Ohio, Virginia, West Virginia, Georgia, Florida, North Carolina, South Carolina. I think I've been through Maryland. But other than that, I haven't really gone out west. I gotta stop again. I would like to visit Texas. I do have family out there. I just never gone out there. I mean, I'm not really close with that family, but there's one cousin out there that I'm closer with. She moved out there, I think, maybe a year, almost 2 years ago, maybe. Oh my goodness, that was close. How did we gain so much weight? Did I... You know, maybe that weight station was before we got gas? I don't really know. Not sure. Oh my goodness. I might be drunk. I don't know. I'm just not locked in. Trying to make sure that I read my chats. I have 2 of them. It is busy, dude. It's rush hour, which is not good. Stinky. Let me over. Gallup. I think we're still in New Mexico. Do we have to go through Texas at all? No, just above it. We just got in Mexico, actually. We were in Arizona. So, oh, we do have to go through Texas. Sweet. And then is that Missouri or Louisiana? This is Missouri. Oklahoma. So Louisiana is this. Why does it look so weird? I don't know. It looks small. Is it that small? I don't know. I like Louisiana though. If you ever watched the show Night Watch based in New Orleans, it's a great show. I've never finished it. I just watched episodes here and there. I'm on like season 3. And I never got to watch season 2 because it's not on Hulu. But it's a great show. It follows the EMS, law enforcement, and firefighters around New Orleans on the overnight shift. I don't know what that big ring is on the top left of that hill, but looks like something straight out of Mario. I think once I get close to 1,000 miles, I'll probably call it there. Or maybe even 1,100, just so I can get a head start on what I have to do. Like I said, I might pick the stream up later. If not, you'll probably see me on here tomorrow. And maybe we'll get a long stream tomorrow. So, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I'm all over the road. I think I'm just tired. Like, I haven't had much to do the last few weeks, but I'm just like, I worked so hard for like the prior 3 months that I'm just like exhausted still. And it wasn't necessarily like always a demanding job working in corrections, but it was just such a mentally draining job that I'm more just want to sit around and like relax my mind. And it's kind of weird transitioning out of that field. I definitely changed a lot. The first time I've really like reflected on it, and like I realized that I'm a completely different person. I have a completely different outlook on a lot of things now. I deal with situations a lot different. I talk to people a lot different. It definitely changed me forever. A little bit in a good way, a little bit in a bad way. I feel dumber coming out of that field. Like, I feel less ready for... Like, I felt like the whole interview process that I did to get this dispatching job, I felt like out of place. I just felt like I wasn't as professional as I used to be. Not that I wasn't being professional, I just felt like it was tougher for me to like focus almost on what I had to do, what I had to get done, and just stuff like that. And we're gonna take this exit. And I don't know, it felt weird. It still feels weird. Make a left. I mean, that field was one of a kind, and not only that, but the facility I worked in was definitely different too, compared to a lot of correctional facilities. They do stuff a little bit different. Not in a bad way, but they're a lot more like behind the ball game when it comes to their facility and the procedures and stuff like that. Like they're not caught up with technology stuff, but that had its pros and cons. Pull over in here, and we will park up right here next to the Home Depot. Home Depot, we do it. Nice Kentworth action. All right. Anyways, that's where I'm going to wrap this one up. I know it was a short 45-minute stream, and we didn't finish our journey. Like I said, either tonight or tomorrow you will see another stream. I'll finish this one up, and we'll do some more. I just have some things I got to get done here very shortly. Excuse me. But nonetheless, I appreciate everybody who stopped by. Let me know in the comments on YouTube what you guys want to see, TikTok. You guys comment on my videos, send me a DM. Let me know what you want to see. Those of you that don't know, Mercy Does Gaming is my YouTube channel. Mercy_on_YT is my TikTok. Please follow, subscribe if you enjoy the content. Hit the like button. Let me know what you want to see. But as always, I appreciate everyone who stopped by. I'll see you all later. You have a great night.